I've struggled with mental illness for definitely all of my teenage years and my adult life. I have anxiety, depression, and I developed an eating disorder when I was in sixth form. I was pretty lucky because I managed to receive treatment, particularly for my self-harm, whilst I was in school, and I had a really strong support network of nurses. I was in the CAMS programme, and I had my family and friends all looking out for me. When I got to university, the support that I'd had in place since I was a teenager was suddenly ripped out from under me. I was in a new place with people that I didn't know, and I didn't really know where to go to seek help. Freshers was a particular low point for me, just because it's so easy to isolate yourself with people that you don't know when you don't want to talk about anything. I just looked out my door and just didn't talk. However, when I got into my second year, my anxiety massively spiraled out of control again. I started isolating myself, stopped sleeping, my eating patterns were awful, and I was having anxiety attacks pretty much all the time. I felt pretty worthless. It was actually one of my tutors who got me into the counselling service after I had a bit of a breakdown in front of her. And she saw what state I was in and helped me navigate the complex online system, which was definitely not her job, but incredibly helpful. I was seen fairly quickly, so I applied before the Christmas holidays and got a counselling appointment in January. However, when I started the sessions, I was told that counselling probably wasn't going to be able to help me, and I had to do a self-referral onto an NHS service, which was very daunting to me because I have anxiety. But my counsellor was lovely, and she did check up on me during the process, and she actually helped me chase up the NHS service when they were taking a while to get back to me, which is something that I wouldn't have been able to do on my own. And however, like when my counselling sessions finished, I had maybe like 4 sessions. And before I started on the NHS service, which had a 6-month waiting list, I was just left floundering until the NHS service got in contact with me 6 months later and offered me support. Those sessions from an external NHS service, so not from the university, have been incredibly helpful for me. My therapist is amazing, but I'm about to be discharged and I'm honestly worried about the kind of support I'll get. And I know that I'll have to look for it if I need help again. I know that the university won't ask me sort of where I'm at now with my NHS sessions, especially since my therapist and I have sort of worked out that it's going to be more about how to manage my mental health rather than curing it, which is the case for most people. I know that I'll have to be really proactive in seeking help, which is daunting because it's not something that I feel comfortable doing when I'm at my lowest. Organising the March for Mental Health with Support Our Services has been really a turning point for me. It feels like I'm taking control of my mental illness, even when my mind convinces me that I can't do things. We've been flooded with messages from support from other students who've been similarly empowered by the social change and community we can create when we all work together. Mental illness can make you feel worthless, but protesting has given a rewriting to my sickness.